Hey, I'm Shell. I'm 24 years old. I live in Glebe, but something that I really love about Green Square is checking out all the different cafes that are around. I'm a bit of a coffee addict. One word I think that sums up my journey in me coming to love and be committed to Christ would be the word focus. I grew up in a Christian family and I had non-Christian friends. And so as I got to the age where family became less important, friends became more important, I started to focus less on Jesus and who he was and focus more on friends, popularity, boys, partying. Particularly as I got to the end of high school and into gap year, I guess there were two big obstacles that started to grow between me loving Jesus and thinking that my life was worth living for him. So firstly, I wanted my friends to like me. I didn't want to be on the outer. And secondly, I knew that the life I was living wasn't reflecting living for Jesus, but I was really angry at God for not being real enough to me that it was easy to live for him. He wasn't tangible, he wasn't present like my friends were present, and I couldn't see that changing. So the more I tried to get rid of God so that I could live my life completely separate from him, the more I couldn't shake the feeling that perhaps he was real. And it was really frustrating because it meant that I couldn't be at peace with my life all of the time. When I moved to uni, I decided that it had been about a year since I was trying to get rid of God and live my life separate from him. And so I thought I would maybe consider the claims of Jesus, spend some time hearing about who he really was so that I could make a decision about whether my life was worth living for him. So the more I read the Bible with people in small groups or heard it being explained in church, the more I realised that God was real and was worth me living my life for him. He was, and Jesus is, the Almighty Creator. He came to earth to pay the penalty for our rejection of God so that we could have a relationship with him. God wasn't just someone who I could place on the sideline while I played on with the rest of my life, but actually it was worth me focusing in on God completely in my life. Since that time, I definitely still struggle to wholly live my life for God, but I'm still a Christian because the more I read the Bible, the more I'm convinced, firstly, that Jesus is real, but also that God is a good God whose rule for our life is actually the best way to live.